Yeah, whatever. So I've got these super thin open-end wrenches that Capri sent me. You see there, 11850-7 MRK. You see the sizes there, basically 6 through 19 all-inclusive, super thin, double open-ended wrenches. I'm psyched about these because I know what they're for, basically. Well, it's a wrench, right? How complex is that? Not very complex. But why would you need a wrench like this? Well, I'm going to discuss some of the reasons why, and give you guys some measurements later on, show you at least one situation where I could immediately put these to use. But here they are. This is an initial impressions, not a full review. See there, these wrenches, and I actually have another set they sent me, not of these, but of the combination wrenches. The chrome on these is really, really nice. And yeah, you know what I say all the time. It's not a fashion show. Presentation isn't all that important to me, but I've got to say, I do like the way that Capri does it with these boxes, because you can see all the information there before you even open the box. See the backside there. Ultra low profile design, smart chrome, large size markings, etc., etc. But I'm going to discuss some of the things these are for. I'll tell you up front, these are Amazon price on these is about 40 bucks, and they're actually just a couple dollars cheaper if you buy them through homedepot.com. But I'll tell you a little bit more here in a minute, get you some measurements, kind of give you a visual demonstration of why you would need these. Stay tuned. Okay, so we've got a fuel filter for a 93 Camry, and this is not an extreme instance of where you would want to use a wrench this thin, but this is one instance where you could use it. I'm going to ask the mechanics in the group to let me know down in the comment section some of the places where you could use this, but for the sake of visual aid, here's a regular Capri 19mm combination wrench. It's about standard thickness, the open end on this. You go and you try to put it in there to hold the way this is set up. There's a fitting down here that's usually 14mm. You take it off with a flare nut wrench. This part here though that you want to hold, this is attached to the inside of the fender there in the engine compartment. You're supposed to hold it like this and then take the other wrench and undo the fitting with a 14mm flare nut wrench. Obviously this standard combination wrench is too broad to fit in there. So what do? Well, to the rescue comes the flat wrench. Oh, the suspense. Let's see if it's going to work. Here's a hint. It does. In fact, it works so well you could probably almost fit two of them in there. You got that much extra clearance. Sway bar end links. I know certain cars are set up for this where you basically have to have wrenches like this in order to work on certain parts, unless you want to undo the entire assembly and do a lot of extra disassembly work, but it fits. Let me know in the description, or I'm sorry, in the comment section, other uses for these, but this is one. Fuel filter, sway bar end links. I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see that these wrenches would have a number of different applications. I would classify these as specialty wrenches, but even for a do-it-yourselfer, especially at the price point, 35 or 40 bucks, I think they're well worth having for most people. Maybe not for you, but maybe for you. I want to talk just a second about what these are not for. A wrench that thin, you're not going to want to use it for a high force, high torque application. I would say it almost goes without saying, but if I don't mention that, somebody's probably going to bring it up. So let's be realistic about capabilities here. These are chrome vanadium, and they are very solid for what they are, but there just isn't the mass there to be, you know, blasting on them with a 1/2-inch gun or anything like that. Also, let's talk about warranty. Limited lifetime warranty from Capri. You see the fine print there. Does not cover abuse, misuse, or regular wear and tear. Okay, so abuse or misuse, if you're putting enough force on these to peel them over, these are solid enough to where if you use them realistically, I don't think you're in any danger of that happening. But everything has its limits, so you got to be realistic for what you're going to use a wrench that thin for. Let's talk about the carrier just briefly. You can see here, I actually just did a video, I'll link it up here, about a wrench holder. This wrench holder is ideal. It's simple, it's to the point, it doesn't take up a lot of room. You've got all 7 wrenches here, 14 sizes in all, and there is a facility here for if you want to hang them on a nail, something like that. They are at a bit of an angle there, so they're not going to fall out. It holds them securely in place. It does what it's supposed to do. You know, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to do a good job. I took my, I know I'm going to get questions about this. Just how thin are those wrenches? Well, let's see. So I've got my thoroughly adequate caliper here, which I'll leave a link for that in the description too, an Amazon link. I don't know. I think I spent 10 or 15 bucks on that. It works just fine. Here are the measurements. So you'll notice here we've got 7 wrenches, but the lengths and the overall sizes, there's only 4. So the smallest size, and then the next 2 up are the same size, and then the next 2 up are the same size, and the next 2 up. Just so I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes here. The 6 and 7 millimeter, 5 and 7/8 inches, 5 and 7/8 inches long, 2.04 millimeters thick. Then the 8 and 9 and the 10 and 11 millimeter wrenches, 7 inches long, 2.35 millimeters thick. 12 and 13, the 14 and 15, 8 1/4 inches long, 3.44 millimeters thick. The 16 and 17 and the 18 and 19 millimeter wrenches, 9 and 7/8 inches long, 4.35 millimeters thick. Like I said, I don't think these are going to be for everyone, but I had been looking at getting a set of these for a while, and I looked at a set. This probably goes to the larger conversation of Capri tools overall. I was looking at a set that looked, let me just say, very similar to this set, also made in Taiwan. These are made in Taiwan. And that other set was about 65 or 70 bucks. So for 65 or 70 bucks, I thought, maybe at some point. And like I say, Capri did send these to me for review, so I did not have to pay for these. But the street price on these is anywhere from $36 to $40. Like I said earlier, Home Depot, I think, routinely has them for $35.99. They're $39.99 on Amazon. Links in the description, as always. That's a very good price, I think, for a very fair price for what you're getting. The initial quality level, this isn't, obviously I haven't been able to use these much, just got them in last week. The initial quality level reminds me of everything else pretty much that I've gotten from Capri. It's very good. I'm going to handle this the same way that I handle these other reviews. This is my initial review. This is just kind of introducing it to you. And I'm going to give periodic updates with these wrenches, just the same as I have been the other tools. So I think these are good to go. I think especially for the price, you're getting a lot for your money. They're not the cheapest ones out there. I know there are cheaper sets on Amazon. I want to say there are a couple sets that are in about the $25 range, give or take. But what I'm seeing, country of origin, manufacturing quality, etc., 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 if it was me, if I had to spend my money on it, this is the set I would go with. I'm not going to say the name of the other brand that's made in Taiwan that look exactly like these. I'm sure somebody's going to nail it in the comment section. If you want to do that, go for it. But I think you're getting a lot for what you pay for. 35 or 40 bucks for the times where you're going to run into as a serious do-it-yourselfer or as a professional, for sure. These are going to bail you out of a lot of tough situations. So for 35 or 40 bucks, Capri. All day, Capri tools. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Check out www.onlinetoolvendors.com for all of my tool picks. I've got my Amazon store on there. Stuff that I've selected that people have asked me about. Hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? You can find it all on there. You can find a lot of other useful information. I will leave links in the description for all this stuff, Amazon links. Until then, ta-ta for now.